This is the Valley Today.
We're following local breaking news this morning out of North Fargo, where we're getting reports of shots fired taking place. We want to head on over to the Valley Today's Jillian Trudeau, who has more information. Good morning, Jillian.
Good morning, Jordan. Yes, I'm here at the 16th Street North, where there was reports of shots fired at 5 a.m. this morning. Just minutes ago, there were police cars all around the block with ambulances also. There's reports of multiple shots fired. We overheard that there could be a possible multiple people involved. Right now, as you can see, it is cleared out, but we do have questions into the police, and we'll bring you that information as we get it.
Okay, yeah, still something that a lot of unanswered questions to. The Valley Today's Jillian Trudeau reporting live this morning. Thank you. And we also have local breaking news this morning in Cass County, where a 75-year-old man has died after being involved in a motorcycle crash. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says that the man was riding on Highway 16 just southwest of Horace when he left the road, went into a ditch and then into a sunflower field. Another driver spotted that motorcycle and called 911. The man was taken to the hospital where he later died. Officials plan to release that man's name later today. We have new information this morning on the 64-year-old woman who was hit by an unknown vehicle in Bemidji Saturday night. She's now identified as Juanita Mary Tassar. Tassar suffered life-threatening injuries. Law enforcement say it happened near Highway 197 and Paul Bunyan Drive just after 11 p.m. Authorities are expected to release more information on this crash later this morning. A Bemidji man has died after being involved in a motorcycle crash near Highway 71 and 200 in Hendrickson Township in Hubbard County. That happened Saturday night. 43-year-old Chad Nelson was traveling on Highway 200 when the motorcycle ran off the road and into the ditch before it rolled. Officials say Nelson was not wearing his helmet at the time of the crash. In Hubbard County, Minnesota as well, 5 people were hurt in a 2-vehicle crash near Akeley, Minnesota. Authorities say around 3 yesterday afternoon, a pickup truck tried to cross Highway 64 near 170th Street when it was T-boned by a car. The 5 people hurt were all passengers in that car. Their ages range between 10 and 51. They all have non-life-threatening injuries. The 23-year-old driver of that pickup was not hurt. A 19-year-old Minnesota man has non-life-threatening injuries after his car rolled over and then started on fire. The crash happened around 3:45 yesterday afternoon near the intersection of County Road 34 and 160th Avenue near Arthur. The Cass County Sheriff's Office says the driver lost control before his vehicle rolled into a field and then went up in flames. 6:03 now on this Monday morning. Let's get a check of your forecast out there, and some folks waking up to a hazy view this morning, Lisa.
Yeah, it's a little foggy out there, or a lot foggy for some of us. We've had visibility reports near zero. Some of us still there this morning. Over into Minnesota, it's not so bad for a lot of places, but there are a couple of spots I'm watching. Foston, we're at a half-mile visibility there, and Hallock's been low. We're at a mile right now. Thief River Falls just under 2 miles. It's a little bit more into North Dakota, rather, where we have some of our densest fog reports coming in. 0 again in Oaks. And then Valley City and Cooperstown, we're at about a 1/4 mile visibility. Actually, Cooperstown, we've finally seen our number come up. We're looking at the report coming in now with at least some visibility. We were at 0, and now we've seen that come up to about a 1/4 mile. So I'm hoping that's a sign of more improvement. Looks like we just got an update from Thief River Falls too. Half-mile visibility is where we're down to there. So again, it's fluctuating a bit. Waiting on this sun to come up. It'll be here soon in the Fargo area, and we'll continue to see some of that fog last for a little bit longer before we see some improvement and start to warm things up. Grand Forks reporting some fog at the airport at 54 degrees. It's 54 in Fargo, Jamestown, Bemidji, all at that number. Devil's Lake a little warmer at 61 with some clouds rolling through, and you can see what's following those clouds. First the clouds move in, and then some rain showers, especially in the Northern Valley. You have that chance for some rain. You're going to want to make sure you're ready for that coming up here in the next couple of hours. And you know, you may see some of this drift into the Central Valley too, but this will in general be weakening. So as it does so, chances will be diminishing, but you can see it's right on our doorstep, or maybe even affecting places like the Rock Lake area. Here's a look at our forecast planner. We're going to see temperatures in Fargo rising up to 79 degrees today. We'll have some sunshine mixed in with some partly cloudy skies in the south. Northern Valley, it's a different picture for you. We're looking at the potential for more rain. The cloud cover there is going to be more substantial as well. So a little bit different for you here for today. We do heat up for everybody heading into tomorrow, though, and we've got some big ups and downs here in the forecast for this week. So when I come back, we're going to get into the details on that, but we'll also be, of course, tracking those showers and that chance for rain yet again moving through parts of the valley today. In the next 24 hours, everybody has a shot at some rain and thunder, so you'll want to stick around for that forecast in just a couple of minutes.
Make sure you keep the VNL weather app handy, too, because the town over might see some rain, you might not.
Exactly. It's a good idea to keep an eye on that radar. Check it before you hit the road at any point in time here today.
All right, some good advice, Lisa. Thank you this morning. It is now 6:06. It was an intense scene over the weekend for some people in Fargo after a row of garages caught fire, with the flames destroying everything in its path. Valley News Team's Alex Larson spoke with one person who lives there about what happened.
All of a sudden, 5 minutes later, somebody was pounding on my door and the cops were screaming, "Get out, fire, 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 get out."
Amber O.J. gathered up her essential belongings and her cat and headed out the door to escape the potential fire danger. At that time, residents thought the fire was inside of the building.
That's a hard thing to swallow and process while you've got a matter of seconds to figure out what do you need to grab to get out of the building.
She says everyone was outside, some crying, others yelling, keeping their distance, but worried about what was going on.
As soon as I got outside and got out of the building, we heard a big explosion. It was loud, and there was a huge ball of flames that went up with it. So we don't know if there was some aerosol or if it was the gas tank of the cars, but it was a loud explosion.
A stretch of garages were completely engulfed in flames.
There was flames about 20 to 25 feet in the air, and there was smoke everywhere. The smoke was so bad you couldn't even hardly see the flames.
She says she was told by a neighbor one of the main garages affected was not able to shut because it had too much stuff inside, and the one next to it had a car someone was working on.
While it's hearsay, you could see aftermath this morning that there's a lot of metal pieces and furniture that are still in the garage that didn't burn, but both vehicles are absolutely destroyed. Even the seats in the car were gone.
But OJ says, thankfully, crews were able to safely put it out and everyone was allowed back inside.
Law enforcement and fire department worked really well together in keeping everybody safe.
In Fargo, Alex Larson, Valley News Live.
Authorities say the cause of that fire is still under investigation. Does our recent heat seem to be affecting your mood? If so, you're not the only one. Psychologists say it can be easy for some to fall into a summer depression, which is seasonal affective disorder. Health experts say that summer heat alone can leave you fatigued and your energy depleted, which are feelings often linked to depression. And they say getting enough sleep is one of the major keys to beating the summertime blues. One more day at home. A big study is looking at how effective a 4-day work week is. But next, we are starting our work week on a pleasant note, temperature-wise anyway. Lisa Green lets us know what we need to watch out for, though, as we head through the day.